So this is going to be your how-to video and some of the tips and tricks that you can use to have even more successful and effective visualization, which is the part of this phase one and the first lesson of your vision. So if you don't already, go ahead and grab yourself a pen and paper and take some notes. So you have this handy every time you sit down to do the visualization, to keep these things top of mind, so you don't have to hold them in your memory bank so much. So first of all, in the physical process of visualization, we do want to make sure our body is sitting upright and not laying down on the floor. For the first few dozen times, I would recommend this so that there's a sense of alertness and a wakefulness within your body. With that being said, it is sometimes good to do a little bit of a body activity of some kind to make sure you're not too sleepy before. For the most part, it's good to do this first thing in the morning before you get really active, before you have too much caffeine. I wouldn't recommend saying, have a cup of morning coffee and then doing this, but you do want to be awake and alert. Posture sitting upright, you could do so either on a floor or sitting in a chair, but a little bit more of your body not leaning back on anything. You can use a cushion to prop up your spine, so you're leaning vertically and holding yourself upright. With that, no distractions, so your cell phone, put it on silent or do not disturb, so that if there are any notifications, text messages, phone calls, that they don't take you out of this visualization state. Have your pen and your notebook with you already, so that when you're done with the visualization process, you can go straight to pen to paper and take these notes right away as you go, and there won't be any lag time getting up and down. And with that, I'll always remind you to have your notebook or your pad of paper with you pretty much all the time during your goal cycle. So at the planning, the goal cycle, and the reflection at the end, so that you're constantly keeping this on top of mind, keeping the goals on top of mind and your vision top of mind. Then with that, you can either have the audios on your phone. You can log straight in, as you see right here, into the Mighty Networks platform, Creativity, and you can play it from there or play it from your computer. Either way, there are two different visualizations, the first part and the second part. For the first 4 days, you'll be listening to part one, and then 5, 6, 7 will be part two. And then you'll listen to this every single day for 7 days. And then if you desire, when you go back through this process again, you listen to these again. And what's beautiful about these visualizations, I encourage you eventually over time, you'll start making these your own. What I mean by that is the way your body enters into your creativity sanctuary, the way you exit, it does get modified and morphed and tweaked into your way of doing it. But for right now, I encourage you to do it this way. There are certain cues that I use specifically to support your body into dropping into a deeper meditative subconscious state and to keep your body there. So do it this way for right now, and then you can add on other ways. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to set up or have you take note on is at the end of the visualization, you need to plan time to journal and write. Again, so the process is every day for 7 days, you'll get your body ready, you'll get yourself set up, whatever tea or things or water you need, so you're not too overly energized, but you are alert. And that being said, some of you can drink coffee in the morning and not be too over energized. I'm not that person. I get too hyperactive, and then my ability to go into my subconscious mind is greatly diminished because I'm ready to be in action mode and not the receptive mode. So do whatever you need to do and you'll figure out what that is. But this is another really essential part of the visualization, and this is engaging your 5 senses. All 5 senses get to be engaged, activated, turned on when you are in the visualization process. So once we press play to the end, we're training our body, mind, emotion, spirit, so that we, in the visualization, you are in that time as if you were touching what you were touching in real life, hearing in the visualization what you would hear in real life, smelling, tasting, engaging all 5 senses, seeing, almost missed one. So engaging all 5 senses within the visualization. And this is like the secret sauce that I've learned from my mentors and other trainings, is that engagement of all the 5 senses inside of the visualization. When you exit, as if you were physically there. For example, you'll know that at some point during the visualization, I have you turn and look at yourself in the mirror. You'll be looking at your hair and touching your hair and your face and your makeup and maybe readjusting your clothes and your things, feeling it, touching, adjusting in that mirror. What that's going to do is that's going to trigger your body right now into thinking that visualization is actually a real experience in your life. So your visualization becomes your present, and this starts disrupting, breaking old patterning, right? For the most part, our future is based on our past. We act right now based on how we acted in the past. So we want to start acting like a different person moving forward. And this supports us in doing this. This is the embodiment, the somatic part of the visualization, which makes it really powerful. And it'll be really obvious. So at the end of the visualization, remember, I'm going to have you write down and I'll guide you through what to write and why to write it. And during the visualization, you're going to engage all 5 of your senses, and you're going to write down all 5 senses at the end too. So it's a constant reminder, because this vision that we're, what would be the word? Magically sculpting, creating, right? We're visual artists. We create things with our hands. This is almost as if you are creating your future self by yourself, with yourself. And we are drawing her, sculpting her, painting her, creating her. I use the word her. So if you don't identify with that, just erase that word and identify with the other words. And you're creating this, engaging all 5 senses. So it's it moves away from a 2D experience, from a 3D experience to a 5D experience in space and time, 3-dimensional to 5-dimensional. And then it gets locked and loaded in our body, so that when we start our goal cycle, week 1 through 8, we're going to come back to this vision often. We're going to listen to it every day. We're going to write it and read about it, what you want, why you want it, how it will feel, so that it's already lodged in your body. Oh, this is how it's going to feel. This is how it's going to feel. So that when circumstances show up, whatever the circumstance is, we won't get so distracted or taken out by it, because we're so laser focused through our five senses, embodying us in here. So again, this is your just short how-to video to set yourself up for the visualizations. Come back to this as you need.